Welcome. In this video, we will expand on Greenpeace's position on climate change of 100% renewable energy and several of their proposed solutions on how to, collectively, we can all help save our planet. Greenpeace is an independent global campaigning organization which was formed in 1971 and are present in more than 55 countries today. We pride ourselves by independence, not relying on donations from corporations or governments, rather relying on contributions from individual supporters and foundation grants. Greenpeace strives for catalyzing an energy revolution, defending the oceans, protecting the world's forests, and creating a toxic-free future, and campaigning for sustainable agriculture. We propose solutions like shifting from relying on oil, fossil, and greenhouse fuels for energy to clean energy like solar, kinetic, and wind.
Greenpeace is a worldwide organisation whose main interest is to save the planet and the animals who inhabit it. Greenpeace began in 1971 with a group of activists who travelled in an old fishing boat in Vancouver, Canada. They believed that individuals could and will make a difference, and they have. Greenpeace have worked hard over the last 40 years to make a difference, and they have, including many victories, things such as saving ocean life, getting protection for forest life, Arctic protection, and say no to coal projects. In 1972, they set sail to protest nuclear weapon testing, and from there they have changed the way we see our world. Greenpeace is a non-government funded company that take place in over 55 countries worldwide. 92% of their funding comes from generous individuals who donate monthly or annually, and that money goes towards whichever project Greenpeace need to do first. Greenpeace aim to save our planet, and their main goal are to protect all biodiversity forms, prevent pollution and abuse of the Earth's oceans, land, air, and fresh water, end all nuclear threats, promote peace, global disarmament, and non-violence. Greenpeace are trying to do more with less. They believe that 100% energy efficiency is key. The sun is there, so why not use it more, rather than using so much electricity and ruining our planet. Around the world daily, Greenpeace is campaigning for 100% renewable energy to make our world more clean and safe. Since the 1750s, human activity on the climate has had a big warming effect. Human activity has shaped and changed the planet we live on in many ways. Each activity we as humans take part in does damage without even meaning to. Some of the biggest greenhouse gases have increased due to human activities such as carbon dioxide from fossil fuels in transportation. Methane has increased due to human activity in agriculture. Nitrous oxide is emitted due to fossil fuel burning and halocarbons. What can we do to help Greenpeace? You don't have to donate to Greenpeace to help. The best thing you can do for the planet is energy efficiency, such as improving heat insulation and building design, using super efficient electrical machines and drives, replacing old-style electrical heating systems with renewable heat production, reducing energy used by vehicles to move goods and people. So next time you decide to go for a short drive, replace that drive with a walk. Replace your lights with motion sensors or solar panels. We just need to change our behaviour in order for this planet to stay around for many more generations.
Global warming, or climate change, is also known as the enhanced greenhouse effect. The Earth's atmosphere naturally has a layer of greenhouse gases, which act like a blanket for the Earth, trapping heat. However, in recent decades, increased industrialization has resulted in excess carbon dioxide emissions being released into the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide is one of the greenhouse gases and therefore creates a thickened blanket, trapping even more heat, therefore warming the Earth. The implications of a warming climate are yet to be fully realized and are continuously debated in political realms. However, scientists around the world have been working to show that there must be action taken to stop climate change. One of the ecosystems already experiencing dramatic damage due to climate change are the oceans and aquatic life. An overall average increase of 0.7 degrees Celsius on the ocean since pre-industrial times have resulted in rising sea levels, coral bleaching, more frequent stormy weather, decreased mixing of the oceans, increased acidification of the oceans, and disrupted habitats and lifestyles of marine animals. Coral bleaching is one of the most easily recognized responses to higher water temperatures due to it being such a visually dramatic change. Coral bleaching is a stress response to increased water temperatures and can lead to the death of coral. In some regions around the world, coral mortality has reached up to 70%. The changes in ocean temperatures in some areas is causing a reduction in ocean mixing. Ocean mixing is necessary for sustainable aquatic habitats, as it helps move nutrients from deep to shallow waters. The surface water rich in oxygen is also moved to deeper waters. The impacts of climate change are already being felt dramatically by our oceans, indicating the necessity of combating harmful emissions. The connection between climate change and increased bushfires, forest fires, and heat waves is well established and common sense. However, the evidence linking climate change to storms and heavy rainfall is also growing. Some of the most severe weather events the world has experienced have occurred in recent years. In 2016, Fiji experienced the most intense cyclone on record, while Hurricane Otto was the southernmost hurricane to ever hit Central America. In Northern America, Canada experienced its costliest wildfire in history, forcing the evacuation of almost 90,000 people. And in the US state of Louisiana, a 1 in 500 year rainfall brought severe flooding, leading to 30,000 rescues and 13 deaths. While the impacts on aquatic ecosystems and the increase in extreme weather events have been well documented and attributed to climate change, the effects on land-based ecosystems are harder to document and project. However, researchers from NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory and the California Institute of Technology in Pasadena, California, investigated how the Earth's plant life is likely to react over the next 3 centuries and found that most of the Earth's surface that isn't covered by ice or desert will undergo 30% change in plant cover. Species are unlikely to be able to adapt to this dramatic change in climate, likely resulting in the extinction of species globally. The impacts of global warming will directly affect the societies and economies of the world through damage to property and infrastructure, loss of productivity, mass migration, and increased costs. The cost of living will be increased through repairing the damage to property and infrastructure, as well as harm to trade, transportation, agriculture, fisheries, energy production, and tourism. The implications of climate change are far-reaching, well beyond simply some melting ice. The potential for the destruction of vital ecosystems for the survival of species, including our own, depends on our actions as humans. We must stop the production and release of harmful emissions to combat the impacts of climate change.
With sea levels rising, glaciers melting, and coral reefs bleaching, climate change has become a serious threat. We are facing a slew of extreme weather featuring droughts, fires, and heat waves. The damage we are doing to the planet through climate change is impacting heavily on our ecosystem and living creatures. To combat climate change and repair damage done by our civilization, GreenPeace aims to achieve 100% renewable energy. The change to renewable energy needs to be done urgently if we wish to continue life on Earth. There are many kinds of renewable energy sources that GreenPeace aims to utilize to create a world that runs on 100% renewable energy. Solar energy is a popular renewable energy resource that can be harnessed to revolutionize our ability to stop the effects of climate change. Solar energy is any form of energy emitted from the sun. Solar energy can be used to generate light, heat, and some forms of electricity. Wind energy is similar to solar in that it can be harnessed and used to generate electricity. Wind energy is usually collected through wind turbines in flat areas with strong winds. Some other useful renewable resources that could help to reduce the use of fossil fuels include wave power, hydroelectricity, and tidal power. GreenPeace aims to create a world run on clean, safe, and secure energy resources. To fight climate change and head towards a better 100% renewable energy ran future, GreenPeace takes on big polluters in an effort to subdue the production of pollution. GreenPeace challenges the big polluters of coal, oil, and gas, and aim to stop the flow of money to dirty and destructive fossil fuel and nuclear industries. GreenPeace has identified who the big polluters are and aim to take them down or convince them to switch over to using a renewable energy resource. In a study done by Richard Heed of the Climate Accountability Institute, Snowmass, USA, it was revealed that there are only 90 businesses that are responsible for the production of roughly 65% of all human-caused carbon dioxide emissions between 1751 and 2013. There are documents that reveal the oil industry was fully aware of the threat they are posing to the planet through climate change since the 1960s. Because of their ignorance and lack of positive steps based on early knowledge, GreenPeace believes that they should be taken accountable for their actions. GreenPeace's proposed solutions to climate change are based around a high focus on implementing renewable energy in place of fossil fuels and putting a stop to pollution produced by large companies and businesses.
Greenpeace has been campaigning 100% renewable energy for years. The world is slowly shifting to renewable energy person by person, but it's too slow in Greenpeace's eyes. We need a big corporate organizations and governments to let go of relying on their old ways with fossil fuels and oil and to look to the future of green, clean energy. Solar, wind, kinetic, and other clean energies yet to be discovered is the only way in which we can stop harming our planet and stop climate change. Thank you for listening.